Welcome back to the channel. I am going to a call out. It is 5:40. It's a customer that's used me before. I usually charge a lot more after 5:30. But to be fair to her, she has been trying to ring me since 5, but she's got no internet because she's got no power and she's got a terrible phone signal. And it's a previous customer, so I believe her. So she's getting the usual fault finding fee for in the daytime, which is good for her anyway. So she's rang me up. She's had tripping electric, which she's not told me about, but for the last couple of days apparently it's been playing up. She thought she'd found the fault, reset the RCD or MCB. I'm not 100% sure what the fault is, but I'm going to go and have a look. I tried to talk with her over the phone, but the signals are so bad it just kept dropping. So in this instance, I'm not going to help diagnose it. I'm not going to be able to help diagnose it over the phone. So I've not asked if I can record, but I will try and record in there when I get there. And hopefully it's going to be something easy, because I want to go home. I've had enough today. I got bit by an extractor fan hood the other day, which is why I've got a bit of a gash on my head. So that's another story I suppose I can tell you about. But if you've not liked and subscribed to the channel, why on earth not? I'm desperate to build this channel. I'm putting a lot of time and effort into it. It is hard work. I had no idea how difficult it was going to be, but here we go. This is where we're at. And if you like the content, even if you don't like it, just like and subscribe to help me out. Cheers. Bye bye. Just brought my tester in.
Are you busy at the moment?
I am, yeah. It's been I had a terrible start to the year. It's been the worst start for 2 years.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't good at all.
You live on Brook Road.
I'm on Brook Road, yeah.
I remember before when I phoned you the first time, visible, I'm just round the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, you're quite lucky, really. It's weird that it's just the lights that are working and nothing else is.
Yeah, as I said last night,
It's like, whoa. I've got the video recording now,
okay.
so you're more than welcome to stay there, but if you poke your head round you might end up on it. Cheers. So we've got ring. And nothing else is working at all? The cooker, the shower? Just these lights. Okay. Now all I've done there is turn on the... Okay. We shall have a quick look inside the board. Not sure what that one's doing, it's hanging out there. Okay. Put that back on so no one can touch it. So at this stage I was getting a bit confused because the customer reported that nothing in the property was working other than the lights. But all the other MCBs are on, apart from the socket circuit. So I wasn't too sure, so I thought I'd go off and have an inspection of what was going on. So the oven's on, isn't it? That's come. Has that just come on since I've been fiddling? Okay.
Yeah, but the microwave isn't.
Yeah, so all the sockets are still off. Right.
So why is that on then? Because that's in a socket, isn't it?
No, so that's on a separate. That's on.
That.
That's this.
Oh, okay.
So you can actually use that and this socket
For the oven?
you can plug your kettle in there if you want.
Oh, really?
You can plug any. That's not on the socket circuit.
Oh, okay.
So you can. That's like a one. So you can use that socket to get you out of the trouble if you want to pour the kettle, rather than the gas.
Put it now in a saucepan.
Not them hinting at anything.
No, it's done.
Plus, I've got a torch on this.
It would be under there because, yeah, as I said, I've never seen it like that before.
You have to forgive me here. I've just bought a DJI gimbal type thing, so I'm still getting to grips with that. So it seems to have a mind of its own. It just spins around and does its own thing. But Harvey's took it home now, and he's going to learn how to use it and teach me, hopefully. So you just have to ignore all this bit. Sorry. The bottom of the cupboard isn't that wet, but
Oh, no, I would have noticed it.
it could be just bad luck with it's dripping right down onto the socket. Yeah, I mean the front of it's very wet.
Is it?
Yeah.
So is it coming in from outside or is it from inside? It doesn't look as though
It looks like it's dripping down from up there a little bit. But I think it's actually gone into the front of the socket rather than into the back. The front's very wet. You can't really see in the light, but so I think what we'll do is we'll replace that socket, and we'll have to look at where the water's coming from. And what we'll do is I'll change the socket. We'll get all your socket changed. We'll see if the electric comes back on, and then what I'll suggest is we'll run the tap, fill the sinks up. And when you run the washing machine, it might be it's when the washing machine's running. It might be a little pinhole in the pipe, or it might just be coming down one of these pipes and dropping into the socket. So I'll go and grab the socket for it. After replacing the socket, I thought it would be a good idea just to check the plugs are okay. I took the fuses out, checked for corrosion, there was nothing there. There was no water ingress in the plug, so I just give them a bit of a clean and put them back. Yeah, it's not a terrible leak. I think it's just really bad luck that how it's ran and landed in the socket. I'll take this out. Yeah, if you've got some, please. Yeah, I'll give it a bit of a wipe. It's not a lot, but it's not a huge amount, but it is if it's a huge amount in a socket. That's the issue.
Exactly.
So what I'll do is I'll turn that on.
So do I need to put some sort of cover over it until such time as I can get a plumber or somebody?
Yeah, I think it's probably wise just to put something over there. Like I said, it's not the worst leak ever, but obviously it's landing directly on the socket. I've actually seen outdoor IP rated sockets in cupboards like this before. It's not something you see very often, but I have seen it. I'd be interested to know if you guys fit outdoor sockets in cupboards in this sort of situation. I did mention it to the customer, but I think it was just a bit of bad luck. It's not very often you have this issue. The system's RCD protected, so it's not a real big deal. I'm just going to do something. It's going to turn the electric on and off a few times. I'm just running a test. Yeah, I'm just testing the the RCD.
Try setting that alarm in the hall because that's what we're playing before.
Cool. So that's all intolerant, so it's just a bit of water in the socket. So the good news is obviously there was a fault with the socket with the water in it, but at least the board was doing what it was meant to do.
Yes, absolutely.
So that stops the fire, stops your cables melting. So
No problems with that.
so it's done exactly as it should do.
Yeah. That's me. Yeah, that's because I've just squirted it down the back.
Yeah, so yeah, that's just landed straight on top of the socket. Okay, so that's me done with the call out, and it's just a tap dripping onto the plug. There was no water in the back of it, which is kind of interesting, but it also been seeping into the contacts. So that's another customer happy. She was happy with me to record, and she also didn't want me to identify her or the property, so I'll obviously cut that out as we go along the editing process. And again, as always, please like and subscribe. If you like this content, seeing me rescuing damsels in distress. Not sure what happened, but the sound disappeared on this bit. But it'll be interesting to know what you guys would charge for a call out like this at say 5:30 in the evening.